So a lot of people come to me and they tell me, Jane, I want to start writing. I want to do academic writing. I want to start a transcription. I want to start working online. And I usually tell them, hey, I do not know what you're talking about, but what I'm going to tell you is that as a freelancer, you can monetize any skill. Okay? You can monetize literally any skill as a freelancer. Whether you are an architect, an engineer, a teacher, a lawyer, a web designer, a digital marketer, a software engineer, a graphic designer, a plumber, anybody can become a freelancer, including a journalist, a writer. Anybody can be a freelancer. So how do we identify skills as a freelancer? So in this lesson, we are going to look at how you can know some of the skills that you possess. And one way of knowing the skills that you possess is by writing down the skills that you have. And those skills, you have acquired them by either learning online or learning in a classroom setting. And you're going to tick here in progress. If you are lost, you're going to indicate you're lost so that you can come back to it and fix. Then you're going to include the date, which is 29th of August 2024. And you're going to say the duration is going to take 2 hours. And you're going to write. The comments are going to now be your skills. So we are going to write down the skills that you possess. So one of the few skills that I possess is web design. And in web design, the skill, I'm also going to include the softwares that I know. And you're going to understand why you should include the software that you know. So if it's accounting, if it's bookkeeping, if you're good at bookkeeping, you're going to say, guess what? I understand a software that is called Excel. I understand a software that is called QuickBooks. Okay, so in web design, I am going to say I do WordPress. You're going to understand why I write WordPress. I am going to say I use Elementor. I am going to say I use Astra theme. I am going to say I use Thrive themes. And you're going to understand why I have written down these tools. Now, the next thing that I'm going to write is I am a graphics designer. Graphics design. Graphics design. And in graphics design, I am going to write things like the tool that I use. Do you use Canva? Do you use any other tool in graphics design? I only understand Canva, and the other thing that I do is actually digital marketing. And I'm going to write, I am a specialist of Google Ads, social media remarketing, I'm going to write email marketing, and affiliate marketing. That is what I understand. I can number my work by coming here and numbering so that I can be able to know the skills that I possess. Then the fourth skill that I possess is fundraising, proposal writing, and fundraising. And here I'm going to write that I use tools like Google for nonprofits. And I also understand peer donations or doubling your donations. And in peer donations, I'm going to write that I understand a tool that is called double donations. Then when I continue and you see like this skill here, for instance, it's on this skill you see here, it is on my this skill that you see here, it is on my college transcripts. It is on my college transcript. This one I have learned on Udemy. So it's an online course. This one I have learned on YouTube. The same as YouTube. So you're going to, like I have said, you're going to write all the skills you have learned down. And these skills, you have learned them in either college, and they are on your transcript. You have learned them on YouTube. You have learned them on an online platform like LinkedIn, Learning, like Udemy, like Coursera, like Skillshare. You have learned it from a friend. You have learned it in secondary school. And so on and so forth. So that's how you come up with your skills, and also from home. You can include cabinet, organization, and you will understand why such skills are important, because you can have a career in organizing people's homes. You can become a freelance person who goes organizing people's wardrobes, people's kitchen cabinets, people's bathroom. Okay? Shoe shining, shoe cleaning. That's another business you can venture into. Another thing that I do is online teaching. And I've been doing this for 7 years. And like I said, make sure you include all the softwares that you know. You're going to understand why you should include the software that you use. So online teaching. So I'm a specialist of learning management system, and I focus on Tutor LMS and Thrive Architect. And the last thing I do is automation in marketing, and so on and so forth. And I am a specialist of Zapier. So make sure you write the skills that you have. So I do Zapier and Thrive Auromator. So make sure you write down the skills that you have and write down the tools that you use. Like I said, if you are an accountant, make sure you write accounts, bookkeeping, auditing, tax, whatever. Then make sure you write the software that you understand. Okay? So we are done. It has not even taken us 2 hours. Now, that's how you write down your skills. You consider what you learned in college, what you have been learning online, what you have learned from a friend, what you have learned in school, what you have learned anywhere. Just make sure you come and write it down here. So see you in our next lesson, where we are going to learn about conducting market research as a freelancer.